You know, everybody's saying what they would have done, what they should have done, what they wouldn't stand for. But how you know what you would stand for if I just smacked him right now? What he do? He just laughed. You see what I'm talking about? He didn't know I was gonna smack him. You don't know this, man. So how you feel when you first seen it? Did you think this was a joke? Or did you think it was real?
My initial reaction, I thought it was staged. Until I saw him say, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth."
I felt that thing.
Will was boiling over. It was just like a combination of so much shit he been going through the last couple of years with the August Alsina, the entanglement stuff, and then like all the memes and stuff. So, and it was also
Welcome back to Nuthin Personal Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. And tonight we're gonna do a little potluck conversation. We're gonna dibble and dabble with this Will Smith situation. And I want another subject I want to talk about. Is it okay to share everything with your mate or your spouse? Is that cool? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Today we got our host, Reg the Realist, in the building. We got Angelique, the therapist, is in the building. And I'm Dr. McLovin tonight. I'm not willing to love. I'm Dr. McLovin tonight in the building. Yes! I got alter egos, and that's who I feel. You see the shirt? The shirt is different, so the shirt should tell you the doctor is in the building.
Full Sachi.
All day. So we're going to talk about the Will Smith Oscar Awards thing. You know, it's been spread all over the internet. You know, you done heard a whole bunch of people opinions, the comedians' opinions. You know, everybody's saying what they would have done, what they should have done, what they wouldn't stand for. But how you know what you wouldn't stand for if I just smacked him right now? What he do? He just laughed. You see what I'm talking about? He didn't know I was gonna smack him. You don't know this, man. So it's the spur of the moment, man. You know, sometimes you can have something built up in you way. He might have had a banger on him. You don't know if Chris had a banger. You don't know what somebody got on them. But it's the spur of the moment, and you don't know what's gonna happen, and you don't know what you might do to somebody. So Reggie, you watching it? I don't know. First of all, I don't even watch the Oscars. That is trash to me. That is boring garbage. Did you watch the show?
no. But with social media now, you get it instant. Like the minute it happened, we damn near had it on my phone.
Okay, so it was just by default that you seen a highlight, like a mixtape when somebody got dunked on. Right. You seen the highlight of Chris getting smacked. And when you seen it, how did you feel, brother?
I felt it was like Will was boiling over. It was just like a combination of so much shit he been going through the last couple years with the August Alsina, the entanglement stuff, and then like all the memes and stuff. So, and it was also probably, I think Chris Rock actually made a Will, like he made a Jada joke actually like a couple years ago when they was boycotting Oscars.
So do you feel like it was real?
Yeah, I think he was. It was that. I think he was fed up, and I think
I'm talking about when you first seen it. Did you think it was real?
Once I saw, once he sat down and he started yelling, I'm like, oh damn, he's serious.
So how you feel when you first seen it? Did you think this was a joke, or did you think it was real?
My initial reaction, I thought it was staged. Until I saw him say, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth."
I felt that thing.
That made me realize, like, oh, he's upset.
Hey, and as a woman, you being the only woman on here, did that make you feel a certain type of way?
So it did.
Did it make you feel lustful?
It did, but it didn't. Because it's nothing like having a man that you know don't play about you. Like,
okay, stop. All right, Reggie, tell us your opinion. How you felt about that thing? About the situation. Because I know the therapist will get going.
Yeah, for real. I'm going to talk about 13 minutes, man. but nah, I felt it. Like I said, I thought it was real once I saw him start talking, and then I feel that he had to do that. I know some people say he laughed. They seen him smile. I think he didn't catch. Sometimes you be automatically, a comedian get to going, you automatically got your laugh going for the next joke.
Right.
And it dawned on, like, some people like, well, Jada gave him a look. I think he kind of like, oh shit. Like, I just, so he was also like, okay, he just said another joke about my wife. This second time, I wasn't here the last time he made this joke. And I'm tired of these niggas thinking I'm a clown on social media. So I gotta say something. So I felt, I mean, he was right. I don't think he was right for, I think he overreacted still. But I think it's like heat of the moment, like I gotta do something now, like because the joke's on me and it's gonna be on me again. We're gonna see these memes for another year.
So you think memes really matter to millionaires?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, everybody say you say when Michael Jordan acknowledged the Michael Jordan crime meme at the Kobe funeral, like now they finna come up with another meme on me. Everybody they know these memes.
So do you think it hurt Michael Jordan?
Nah, it's probably funny, but I know he like, damn, I can't get caught crying again. So they acknowledge, they see the stuff just like us. They got people in their ear like, look, you seen this, and some of them they be thinking funny. So, but I know Will been looking at all this entanglement stuff and all this like,
what is
Tupac would do this.
What is entanglement?
I mean, all this stuff.
Another word for a situation.
Yeah, a lot of people felt that he was a clown for allowing it. So
allowing what?
Allowing his wife to just.
He didn't allow shit. If we're separated, I do what the fuck I do.
Okay, but it made it look like he was cool.
And okay, not to cut you off, but that's the real problem overall with the whole Will and Jada thing. Everyone has a preconceived notion about some shit they know nothing about.
Facts.
So everybody want to speculate. If we're separated, but we live in this big old compound estate, sir, you do you, I do me.
But
now, the only thing.
Come on in on her, man. You ain't gotta stop.
He know about no, because he know it.
He knew about it because
that's the real. But still, like I'm saying, these memes and shit, they get to them. So
but
he
I
like,
understand.
this is y'all think. Everybody, like they go back to last season, we said, do you care what people think? Even no matter how much money they make, they care.
Absolutely. The thing about it is, it's kind of like too, like they had already dealt with this as a family.
Right.
So it's a major irritant, and it's almost like it's kind of like a knee-jerk reaction because we already passed this. What the world is getting, they dealt with a couple of years ago. It's old news to them.
Right.
So y'all want him to react off some shit he already reacted on.
Right.
So he done already cried his
He
tears.
done already cried. It's just like a woman who take her guy who done cheated on her. Everybody
looked like he was crying in the interview when she brought it up though.
You can cry about just having to rehash a situation. If you really love somebody and they do whatever, because we can't call it per se cheating. They were separated.
So that's like another show. That's another show.
Okay.
What you got?
I'm saying if you separated, that means you're not together no more. It's not cheating if you separate.
Yeah, I don't think it's cheating.
I don't think it's cheating.
I don't think it's cheating.
But you're married?
It depends on the lines of separation. I'm not talking about, you pissed me off.
But you're legally married.
That's what you're saying. You know how long it takes to get a divorce.
But you saying.
So are you telling me you didn't date anyone?
I'm saying, so you saying that it's all right.
In my mind, yes.
Yeah, I mean, but it was both.
If it was a mutual agreement, I'm not saying you can't be like, I'm separated, and she like, I really want this to work.
Right. You can't separate yourself.
You can't separate yourself, but if it's a mutual
but you can't marry yourself either. So you need a judge to marry you and need a judge to divorce you.
I understand that, but there are steps leading up to that. I don't feel like, so you telling me that a person just supposed to not do nothing the entire time they separated?
Yeah.
He's a lie.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that. What do you mean? You're supposed to be waiting until you get your divorce.
Okay.
And y'all don't believe that?
So you don't think so?
We don't.
So you believe that separate mean y'all, but you basically still with that person then if you separate.
You are until you legally divorce.
Why y'all separating then?
Because it's a process. You got to process. When you get married, it's a process. You don't just say, you had a wedding, you planning out things. Yeah, that's something.
Okay, so what you're saying is you didn't date anyone while you were separated?
We're not talking about me. See, that's what y'all did the other episode. Y'all went and flipped the host and had me looking like crazy. Had me about to crown the show. It ain't happening no more. I have my control back. Yes.
I am simply saying.
See how she do me? That's why I told you it's going to be a potluck. We're going to make some stuff up tonight. What you was saying?
What I'm saying is that I feel like Will and Jada, I feel like Will had like an out of body experience. I think he snapped. I don't think it was premeditated. I don't think he was sitting out there like, if this Negro say one thing about my wife, I'm popping off.
Right.
I do think something in his brain when he heard the little joke or whatever. I feel like the laugh was like a nervous laugh, like, oh Lord, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of charged.
You know he is an actor, right?
I understand that. So I know he can act and evoke different emotions. So honestly, I don't really have no legs in the race. My perception of it, he was wrong.
He was wrong.
And he was wrong off of the...
So I'm your man. And I get up and smack my producer right there.
Babe, you wrong.
But he talking about you got a pothole in your head.
And guess what? I knew when I shaved my hair off that this is what I would have to deal with. And yes, you've heard me cry, and this is a sensitive subject for me and all of this. But we are united front. If I ain't moved bad like that, because I know people gonna talk shit, you gotta be. If I can't have my skin can't be tougher than yours.
Okay, wait.
It's a look.
Now,
I can see in your eye. You embarrassed.
And I might
it's
be
millions. This ain't just no YouTube, baby. It's national TV.
And I might be embarrassed, but I'm gonna be even more embarrassed if you act a fucking fool in front of this whole award ceremony. You being honored tonight. Tuck that shit in your back pocket.
But I'm showing you.
Jump this nigga in the back.
Wait, okay, but the way you talking, it sounds like you actually. Like, now I'm gonna branch off into something.
Yeah.
It sounds like you actually, you don't really. It sounds like you with Jada when she's like, I can defend myself. I don't like that. I think she.
No, it wasn't. Now this is my truth.
I don't need nobody.
No, this is my. No,
that's.
Even if I'm wrong, ride with.
This is how I feel.
Okay.
Even if that is how I felt, I would not publicly say that to you.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna make you look more of a damn fool than you already made yourself look.
So what made me look like a fool?
However.
Why do I look like a fool?
However.
For standing up for you.
However.
Now I look like a fool?
Because for one, you gotta read the room. We're at the Oscars. We wasn't at Grandma's barbecue. We wasn't at a Ludacris concert.
Opportunity.
So for me,
this was the perfect opportunity to check somebody.
You could check somebody. He could have went up there real G, leaned in that man ear and said, "Don't say nothing else about it."
Oh, he could just did it backstage.
He could have did it backstage. But if you wanted to make a show, let's make it a show. You could have went up there, leaned in. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Nobody had to hear that exchange. Chris Rock probably would have made a joke about it, but it would have been, yeah, don't. Right. It's like you don't want these problems.
I mean, you seen Chris Rock was like, I will keep your name out of your wife's name.
Yeah.
He would have handled that. That's all I'm saying. So when Jada made the comment,
so violence not the answer now.
It's not because it wasn't.
Now he's saying violence not the answer.
Because it came across like you being a bully. You hit somebody who didn't hit you.
All right.
Basically, I feel like he was a battered man. I feel like Will was doomed. He was doomed if he did. He was doomed if he didn't.
I agree.
I feel like he said, you know what?
I'm finna go for it.
I've been taking all these shots privately. That's why my marriage probably messed up now. Because she think I'm a punk. So now I finally can get my opportunity.
Call on me.
No, I finally get my opportunity to show her that I'm a real man. And I can show it in front of everybody. You know, Will got raving reviews from a lot of women and saying it was about time somebody covered us. No man has ever stood up for their woman and this and that. So it wasn't considered a bad thing in everyone's eyes.
It wasn't considered a bad thing in everyone's eyes. However, just like you speculated that Jada might verbally abuse him, who's to say that it's not the reverse? Who's to say that Jada doesn't pour into Will and he verbally abuses himself? The chambers of your own mind can play some of the worst games. The memes, that whole him shadow boxing with a ghost. Who's to say everybody with the whole little Tupac meme thing? I really kind of want them to burn it and kill it. Pac and Jada never had a romantic relationship.
She loved him.
Guess what?
With everything in her. Did you hear Will say what hurt him the most?
Hey, but that's his own personal.
No, if I'm married to you and my wife wake up 40 days and 40 nights crying out of sleep for another man, do you know how scarred I will be? You know why I will be on the other side of the match.
I understand that that's a scar, but they were friends. You can be soulmates with a friend. Have you ever? Okay, in truth.
Potluck.
Hear me.
Let's go this.
Potluck.
You can be soulmates with a friend.
You can.
I love it.
You can.
So you believe you can be soulmates with a friend?
Absolutely.
How you feel about that?
Soulmates with a friend.
No, the term soulmate never was derived from just it being a sexual or physical experience.
How do you feel
I
about
don't know if
that?
you could be. I think soulmates with a friend of the same sex, maybe. You know,
Why?
I don't know
Why?
about
You can be
opposite sex.
soulmates.
Like I don't know
I
how
didn't say
I
have
feel.
a soul
This my
tie.
girl, and
I
she's
said
like,
a
no, this is my
soulmate.
soulmate right here. I'm like,
Well, no, you
I'm
wouldn't.
your soulmate. What
You
you mean?
wouldn't refer to them in that sense.
I'm
but
the soulmate.
You can have a friend of the opposite sex that is your soulmate. Like you all have a certain.
Like a
we get
bond.
each other. You got a bond
Yeah,
that's
but-
unbreakable. I feel like that's what Jada and Pac had. I've read countless books and different occurrences. Guess what?
So
All these other women that Pac interacted with, they feel the same way Jada do. They just not as famous as her.
If that's,
So
the, if
don't
that's
nobody
the case,
care.
if that's the case, you need to be with your soulmate or
He's-
your best friend.
No, because everybody that you can meet, well, you know you got friends that you could have a connection with that you know y'all can't ever in life be a couple.
But if they look good enough, yes, we can.
No.
If they
The last.
look good enough, why not?
Why not? Why not?
I'm willing to love again, y'all.
You can have a friend of the opposite sex. You can have a friend of the opposite sex that you know y'all are great friends, but y'all could never date each other.
Yeah, because you know.
Yeah,
so
but that
much
soulmate,
intimate.
that just
That
I don't like
soulmate
how
is-
that
It's because
sounds.
your brain has attached soulmate to being with the person that you are romantically involved with.
No
Take the
soulmate.
romance.
Like you don't
brain-
hear no other man like that's my soulmate, bro. My soulmate. What? That don't
And
sound
I'm not,
right.
we ain't referring to another woman as that's my soulmate, but
but
me
the
and my
opposite
friend
sex-
might have a soulmate type of relationship.
And so you can only have soulmates with the opposite sex then.
You cannot only have soulmates with the opposite sex. That's not what I
Ooh,
said.
potluck. You can have soulmates with the same sex.
You can't. It's your soul. Your soul don't have a
it's
gender.
two females. You know what I mean? Like
With two
we
feet.
been together. We've been friends for a long time. We soulmates.
Say it one more
We
time.
share
Your
everything
soul
together.
doesn't have a gender.
Hey, that was big. Y'all was big, man. Y'all copy and paste that.
Your soul doesn't have a gender.
Man, I might use that tonight on Facebook.
I'm just saying.
Your soulmate doesn't have a gender. That sounds so deep and profound, man.
Because it's just
That's
a reality.
what
Like some
hurts.
people you can have a connection with. That is just a vibe. They get you, you get them.
Yes.
And I'm sure in my mind that's how her and Pac were. Not even on you can even the idea might have danced cross her thought like, I wonder hell.
No, she didn't wonder. No.
They've never been intimate.
Okay, I got a question. Tell me, how would your mate do something that you don't agree with? Maybe say some stuff or whatever. How do you react?
If my mate say something that I don't
Say
agree with,
something or do something that you don't agree with or you don't like. How do you react?
it's different.
It depends on what
where, yeah, like what type
like
of
what platform though.
Right,
Are
right.
we at a barbecue in front of like are we arguing over
family
spades in the club?
Okay, I'll give an example. Like if I had an ex had said something like bogus like to another friend. We was at an event. It was like at a party. And I'm like, how would you know what I'm saying? Now you done messed up the whole party because now y'all into it, everybody vibe messed up, y'all probably finna fight, whatever. But I'm I kind of like, we got off to the next subject or whatever. But later, we got to the car, so I let them know, like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? You don't,
And
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
normally how you should.
Right. I'm going to kind of, in here, I'm not going to just straight, I'm not going to provoke it, but I'm going to kind of like, I'm going to let you live for now, but we get
You gotta dissolve it. You have to neutralize it.
Yeah.
I do feel like we a united front. So I'm a not ride with you, because if you wrong.
not rad with you. rad
I'm trying to dissolve it and neutralize it.
Right.
Like you say, we get to the car.
Right, you got
Baby, you was bogus as
You don't
hell.
want to correct in public.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? But you.
And what is a way to correct in public? Depending
I don't know,
on.
because she might look at like, wait,
You
you
gonna
supposed to be with
chastise
me.
her?
Yeah. No,
So
and
you
that's how.
taking this B side?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean,
gonna say.
I
It
didn't- I didn't
definitely
been in that-
depends on. It's
in
a
that
very
situation.
situational thing. Because some stuff you just got to be like.
Because some stuff, I have been in that same situation, and it didn't seem as a big deal to me, but
Yeah.
to her,
It was.
it was
Mucho.
everything that I didn't stand up and go to bat. I'm like, that wasn't even nothing to go to back about. Like, I don't get it. So women are different.
And
Women
you have to learn your
y'all
mate.
creepy sometimes.
You have to learn. No, in real life, you have to learn your mate because different stuff make different people tick.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the Jada and the alopecia thing. I know people that are very sensitive about that. I also know people who have it, and they could probably roast themselves better than the next person.
Right.
So it's not even, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like even if they man gonna defend them, it's kind of like, you ain't got.
But maybe
You ain't got to jump tough on this. I promise you. This on you okay.
Right, I got you.
Like I say, for me, it's weight. That's the first jab people will throw. I know. And it's a lot of stuff I can chuckle off if we doing the dozens, we can do the dozens.
Right.
But you got to know your mate. I know my mate ain't going to fly.
Right.
With too many jabs.
And what I'm saying is maybe Will then been in, we don't know. Will then been in the house in the bed with her,
And that's
crying
what I'm
about her hair and stuff
I
like that.
understand the root.
So
like
now
I
he
said,
like,
I know
damn, this
people
deep
who
to her, so I
truly
gotta do
battle it. But you also know that to me, I think Will knows you got this low key kind of alpha female. Not even alpha female. I don't want to say that. Jada is different.
Seem like she really.
She's different than Will. She's just different than him. So with that being said,
with that being said, and
with that being said,
Y'all
taking
sound
care
like
of you,
soulmates. So
me
y'all
taking
sound-
care of you, and me doing that. So that means you made good love to me that night. Then once I did that,
Right.
what Tiffany had to tell her?
What?
You ain't hear what Tiffany had to tell her?
What she said? What did Tiffany?
You really didn't hear what she said?
No.
She told you better suck his dick from the back.
That's the vibes that I get, like, for a man to go out there
And I'm not gonna lie,
jeopardize
for
lot
a
of
man,
stuff.
for you to do any of that, it's still a level of nobility to it. I'm still looking at you like, babe, you ain't have to. But
Right, you crazy.
also, however, I love you for it. But I just wouldn't have, me personally as his wife, I wouldn't have wanted him to jeopardize his legacy.
Right. And
That's kind of like letting your man get drunk.
I don't think he wanted to. I think
No, I know
he
it
thought
wasn't
about it
his intention.
afterward, like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know that wasn't his intention.
Right.
But I just think as a wife, and again, we can all speak on something that we are not involved in. Because everybody can say what they would do in hindsight.
Right.
We done all reacted to some shit and been thought about it like, woo.
So stupid, God.
I should have handled that way different.
Yeah.
I could have took 2 steps forward, 1 step to, like it could have, everything could have went a whole nother way.
It show could have, like, this show didn't went a whole nother way. And I want to know, man, I really want to know, do y'all share everything with your mate, man?
Yeah, this came out of nowhere.
Do y'all
Okay,
share everything you do or everything you got with your mate, with your wife or whatever?
Do you, Reggie? Do you share everything?
Well, if I had to make, I would.
He said if I had.
If I had to make, I would. Yeah, I mean, I would. Not everything. I think secrets and all that stuff. It shouldn't be no secrets. Shouldn't be none of that.
Why? Let's talk about it. Why?
What is
It
a
shouldn't be no secret because they should nobody be able to come to your mate about some stuff that they know about you or whatever. That
So
you
even
know,
in the
No,
past,
but okay,
you gotta,
some of your past stuff is your past.
right, you gotta
Business. And if it does not
Nah,
affect
but I
or harm
don't.
you.
But if it's something that could particularly, you kind of got to nip that in the bud, like, and let them know.
But I'm saying, well,
I don't want no surprise.
how do you pick or
But-
choose
yeah,
what
right.
you need to know? Because I don't.
No, I know myself, so I'm like, okay, this.
So you won't-
potentially-
okay.
we finna go to this family event.
Mm-hmm.
This potentially could come up, like going to a future event or something like that about an ex or something like that. So let me just nip this in the bud.
But
now.
certain things, you knew that you weren't the first person I dated, so certain things shouldn't even bother you.
That's true. But like you said, you don't
So
know.
you
how that
want me-
per-
you know.
You gotta know. You don't know how that person might like.
So
how
when
he
you
said-
say
how he said you don't know, he did. It'd be something he like. I ain't
Right.
think it was that bad.
So
but
like
she
when
thought
you
it.
say secrets, let's
So-
just say a woman. Let's say she done had an abortion when she was 13.
Mhm.
And you're 35 now. You want her telling you that?
Nah, this is.
But wait. What if when y'all try
but
to
if
have
the
kids,
person-
something come up and she can't have kids
Nah.
because of this abortion?
Nah,
now
but
you wanted
but,
to know?
But the person you had an abortion with, the person you got pregnant by, if he coming to all the events or something that we always go to,
But
I would like to know that.
But sir,
Even though it was 20 years ago, I want to know that. I don't want to be. I want to know.
but what if it's traumatic? Like what if he at these events,
Nah,
but
you
it's
gotta let me know that though. I can't be in the dark. I'm
Reggie,
just.
No.
I don't know. Yeah.
From a woman's perspective.
Me and this dude best
uh-uh.
friends now, and I don't even know that he didn't, you know what I mean?
No.
Y'all had a whole baby
9 times
together.
out of 10, if a woman keeps something like that from you, there's a story behind it. So she might not share it with you because she might have been sexually assaulted. She might have been molested. You might be somebody's cousin.
Is this something I would want to know from
Why?
her?
What- but she-
Assaulted? I want to know this.
But she tried
I asked a lot of questions. So from the beginning, I want you to feel
because
comfortable.
you know
telling
certain
me,
things
so.
just for certain people, once they kind of move past it from a trauma standpoint, they don't really want to relive it. So you really want her to
But like,
share that
so
with
you come out with a book 20 years later and you saying some stuff that I don't even know. You
I mean, if
don't
I
even
write
know.
a book, then I'll get you. I don't want you to be the first to find out when you read the pages. But certain stuff, I got to be able to unpack it in my time.
Okay, but I still think secrets, stuff like that,
Okay.
or anything big, important to happen, yeah, you should share with your person. I think, some people like got the list. What y'all think you should have like same accounts and stuff, joint accounts?
If we're married, I do believe there should be. To me, I think you should have your account. I should have my account, and we should have a house account.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I agree.
Because everybody don't spend money or manage money
right
the same, and I don't care what nobody say. Financial.
But they said when you marry.
Financial infidelity is worse than real.
But they
cheating
said
on
when
a
you
woman.
marry, everything's supposed to we supposed to be all
It is gonna be one in the house account.
But you still keeping separate.
But it's a separation. It's not like a.
I agree with
It's
you.
an
but
additive.
I'm playing devil's advocate right
I
now.
wouldn't even call it separate. It's more like additional. We have the house account, and then you have your additional account, and then I have my additional account.
So who puts the money in the additional account? Because the additional account might be having more money than the house account.
Hey, that's not for you. That's not for you to worry yourself with. Because
we married.
But if I've covered if we've established the house account gets this amount, and I keep up that portion of the bargain.
This amount. Why it got to be a certain amount?
No, I'm just saying. Like, let's say overall house bills is $4,000. I get paid weekly. You get paid bi-weekly. So it's agreed that weekly I put in $1,500. It's agreed that bi-weekly you put in $3,000. Whatever extra I have is my extra, just like whatever extra you have is your extra. I'm not clocking your dollars. I don't have a problem telling you what I got, but I don't think you should clock mine. Spend responsibly, because I took care of what I'm supposed to for the house.
Would you be saying that if you weren't spending responsibility, if you was doing all the shopping?
Look here. If one of my
you need him to go into his account, right?
Let me tell you one of my greatest attributes. I'm accountable to the mofo. So if I know I messed up the church's money, I eat it. And I will borrow from whoever except for him.
Why? That's your.
Yeah, you my husband, but if I know I done dropped the ball, why put you in? It's one thing, okay. I might roll up on you. I might roll up on you a time. But if it becomes a habitual situation, I got something I need to work on.
I don't think you should you got to go outside when you got.
I'm talking about a best friend. I would only borrow from my person, my brother.
You will keep secrets.
I'm basically saying, I feel like that certain things
I spent too much money. I ain't telling him this.
Certain things are for me, and they're just for me. Like I'm not a proponent of the whole, like when people be like, I give you my code. Well, that's you. I don't see why you need my cell phone. Why do you need to go on my phone?
Ooh, I like that one.
You have a phone. I have a phone.
Are you sharing codes?
Yeah, I share codes.
Okay.
I didn't have.
And it's not even that I don't.
Everything.
It's not even that I care. I just feel like something has to be for me. Because I feel like you'll lose yourself just giving everything.
But it comes to codes though. Like, if that's important to her.
Right. That stuff, man.
That's important to you.
Affect your relationship with certain people.
This is my truth. If having the code, I'm not gonna mind giving it to you, but we need to figure out why that's important to you. Like, was you cheated on in the past? Did you find out some brutal information through looking through an email? Because I need to understand. Like, I'm not looking through your phone. I feel like this. An adult, if you gonna cheat, you got space and opportunity. I'm not clocking your moves to make sure that you don't. I'm not looking through your phone. I'm not checking your Facebook, your social media, Instagram.
So you feel like that women who do that or men do that, are they insecure?
Absolutely. It derives from something that has happened.
You never went through no phone?
Never.
No. Okay.
Let me hold on. I recant my statement. When I was about 17, I did.
Okay. All right, then we can count that.
And it's a rat race though, because once you start going through a phone,
y'all learn it. Y'all who be doing this phone checking out insecure.
For one,
you just learned that.
First of all, when you go through a phone, your intuition already told you it's something there.
You looking.
So you're just looking for the confirmation. Yeah. But once you find the confirmation, it turns into a sick addiction. Because now you going back, now look through a whole text thread conversation. And people slick, people are deleted. Like, my thing being, so you really want me to believe you talking to yourself? It's just all her messages, ain't none of yours. Cut it out. But I just feel like, what's meant for me to know, I'll find out. But I ain't looking for anything. And you gotta be honest with yourself about what you gonna do when you find out. Because a lot of women, this ain't a jab to nobody, but it's probably gonna sound like a jab. Mm-hmm. Excuse my French. A motherfucker with that much time to research, you need another job. Busy yourself. Because when you busy, you really don't have that kind of idle time. Idle time make you do stuff like, what they doing? Mm-hmm. Why they ain't text me right back? You read my Instagram story but didn't reply to my message. What the hell? I mean, I've heard these things that I just kind of
I wish I would have thought like this.
Right. We definitely have.
But I kind of be bewildered because it's like, I mean, you do know, like a story, I can scroll on my phone and accidentally see your story. But replying to a text message sometimes takes more energy and effort than breezing past the story or whatever the case may be. But to answer your question, I'm not going through no phone. I'm not going through no emails.
Could you answer your own question though? So what do you think about sharing?
Right, you sharing everything?
I think when I get married the next time, I think I will share more. I think my last marriage, I think we was kind of a lot of things was separate. So, and it didn't work out. So I think I'm
try something new.
Yeah, I think I.
Now tell me this, just playing devil's advocate. Were you all separate because it was the way you moved, the way she moved, or was it an amicable, just kind of independent move?
I would say probably more the way she would move.
Yeah, because I'm you're reactionary, so it's kind of like, oh, okay, you
right.
Keeping secrets, I'm keeping secrets.
It wouldn't matter to me, you know. Like when I'm married, like I'm like, I done gave myself to you. I mean, I don't have no more secrets. Like my wife, she used to go through my phone all the time. I didn't care. She used to block people.
They ain't bother you though? I don't like that.
Woo, you pick up my phone and make me count on the inside.
I don't like that.
Because this is my thing.
Blocking people and everything.
I don't like
For
that.
me.
I said, if that make you happy.
As an adult.
Nah, that's not make, cause now you
as an adult, I don't want you policing my interactions with other people. Because, for one, I kind of like the idea.
But maybe I was inappropriate because that's what she said. I was inappropriate because, you know, I'm the type of dude that I still would talk to my exes. Like,
I mean, I still talk to my exes.
Right, but I'd be just really cool with them. But some people don't play that.
I don't know, but I still feel I'm the type of person that like.
But my thing is, even if I
Until
block them on your end, if you see them, let's say one of your exes happen to be a mom of one of the players at these basketball games you be at. I cannot erase her from your life because you're going to see her when you go to the damn game. So you might not be able to fraternize on Facebook with her. I'm more worried about when you fraternize and I ain't around. I can read what you say on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I'm not a proponent for policing an adult. And I do think maturity alters how you handle people. There are things that I might have thought was cool and conversations I might have thought was cool to have at 27 and 30. That at 40, I just know certain stuff you got to nip it in the bud for it either. Y'all can say all the likes, you can like all you want. Certain comments you can comment. I don't have to give you no energy. Because guess who? You won't keep talking if I don't give you any energy. If you say something inappropriate, I will politely slide under that. Don't do that. If you keep going, I will delete. Now I'm going to delete and block you because you're not being respectful. But I've learned over the years how I carry my relationship or how I perceive it is how other people, like I have to value it enough to be like, don't do that. certain friendship, yeah, I'm cool with them. I'm that kind of girl. I'm cool with my exes. It ain't no beef. It ain't none of that.
Me too.
However, if it bothers you to that severe degree, well, let's establish some boundaries.
Yeah.
If you don't want them, because I'm that person. One of my exes from 10, 15 years ago, he will text me for relationship advice.
I can do that with my ex. Because I know her, and I would do that.
And I feel like I'm gonna give you an unbiased running.
And she do too.
If my mate feel a way about it, hey player, you gonna have to find somebody else to be your therapist.
Yeah.
Just because I know this is more important than, not to say that friendship don't mean shit, but it don't mean enough for me to be jeopardizing something solid. Now, if I got the mate from hell that don't want me friends with no humans that I met before him, then that's where we got a problem. Because I need you to know I kind of been living for a whole 39 years before you. So if you want, I don't have the Men in Black one. I can't delete everybody from the past and just make it to where it's just me and you in the love bubble. No.
The love bubble. I like that.
You know, some people, they really just want it to be, it's just us. What about the rest of the world?
It's me and you against the world. So we got final thoughts. We got final thoughts on like 3 or 4 different
for real.
subjects.
I don't remember the second subject.
So
We talked about it all.
give me your final thoughts about the Will and Jada. Give me your final thoughts about Sharon.
Okay.
What else we talked about?
That was environment. That's the basis.
Okay.
Will, I think Will was right for defending his wife. I don't think he did it the right way, but he was still like.
So you don't
The
agree.
thought of it. The thought of it.
You agree with the gesture. You agree with the motive. You don't agree with the.
Or I
with
think
the
if
gesture.
even if you're gonna slap him, probably did it backstage. So it probably still would have got out on social media though, probably. But yeah, I think he could have did it at a different place or whatever. But I feel him though, cause he got to go home to her.
Absolutely.
So I agree with that. As far as how much like do you share? Like I said, I think secrets. Don't let your mate come in like have to find out some stuff about you that might be important or might mean something to her through somebody else. Like so, just kind of be an open book if you get with somebody. That's why I ask a lot of questions or whatever. And when it comes to defending, like how do you defend your mate or whatever? If I'm Jada or whatever, I'm riding with it. Okay, he just defended me or whatever. I'm chill. I'm gonna ride with it or whatever. I don't agree with this, but I'm gonna put on the face or whatever. When we get home, I'm gonna let him know like you said, thanks, babe, whatever. I appreciate it, but you didn't have to do that. Like I don't want you. This wasn't the time. I don't want you jeopardizing your career, or whatever. We bigger than this. You know what I'm saying?
Keep
Give him another.
my wife's name out your mouth, bro.
So
if you kept it out your mouth, it wouldn't happen.
Correct in private. You know what I mean? Correct in private, but don't ever don't go against it. Don't go against the grain in public.
But sometimes that one time, you might never have to worry about this again.
Ain't that what your mama used to tell you in a fight? You get the one with the mouth. They ain't gonna never mess with you no more.
Never again. So I think he made a statement. Come on, break it down to me.
My thoughts are this. I feel like that wasn't the time nor the place. I feel like it was ego driven.
What makes that not the place? What makes the Oscar just so? Don't nobody watch it. We don't watch it no more. So
it was a defining moment in his career.
Because he has been wanting the Oscar for years.
When you're an actor, you want an Oscar. Like when you're a musician, you want a Grammy.
You can demand that, man.
Like I said, Uncle Leroy's Barbecue, y'all can squabble. At the Oscars, I think it could have been handled differently. I understand it was a bubble up of emotion. I get it. I do think it could have been handled differently. I think Jada's response could have been, she could have replied differently. I think at some point in being her authentic self, I just want her to make it appear. I know we're just people. Just make it appear like you care a little more about how the blowback comes on her husband. Because I feel like sometimes she replies and responds from just how Jada feels. Right. And that's fine if it's just Jada. But y'all are a unit. So kind of cover him a little better. Like the way he covered her, I feel like she should cover him. As far as secrets with my mate, I feel like there are things you should know and there are things that are mine to keep. I don't think I'm wrong if I don't share everything with you. I'm not gonna let you walk into a situation. But in truth, most men don't want to know everything about a chick passing away. They can't handle it. It's all bullshit. So I'll keep it to myself. If it's pertinent information, I'll tell you. It's not so pertinent, it's mine. And as far as defending my mate, I'm riding with you. And behind closed doors, I'll probably tell you like, man, you was wrong as hell. But in front of the people, because we're a unit, we have to appear like a united front. And we have to carry each other to a certain standard, in my opinion.
What's your final thought?
My final thought. Well, my final thought, I think Chris Rock is the winner out of this, you know.
Because he handled it well.
He
Took it like a G.
he really showed us how to be patient and long suffering. And, you know, I think he's going to get a lot more jobs from this. His career is going to take off and elevate. I feel like Will won with his wife. Sometimes when you got all that money don't mean anything anymore. If your house is hell breaking loose in your house, you got all that money, you're a superstar, you're a hero to everybody else. But to your wife, you're a punk, you're a goofy,
right.
And all that don't even matter. So I think he won in his household. At least he won a round. He might not have won the battle. He won a round.
Right.
He done got some kudos in his house. So basically, man, I feel like he felt like he had to do what he had to do in that situation. Even though people say, you know, he wouldn't have done it to nobody else. Well, that's usually how it goes. when you pull something like that, you usually know, like, this the person I'm gonna pull it. I'm not gonna pull it with no Suge Knight.
And I mean, in truth, when psychosis hit though, if you snap, you just snap.
Right.
You might snap the shit out of a gorilla before you realize that's a gorilla. That might go.
Yeah, and with the sharing the things, I have no problem with sharing, man. That's just that's who I am anyway. As a person, I'm an open book. I've learned to be an open book. I've learned that women respect that more when you're an open book, open and honest. So I'm gonna keep flowing with that. I flow with that in my dating life now. You know, sometimes they say I'm too honest. I talk too much. I give away too much information. But hey, man,
You're overshare.
Yeah, what you see, you know,
willing to share.
Willing to share.
So, man, we thank y'all for checking us out. Go to Nuthin Personal Podcast, subscribe, and check us out. Follow us every week. We come on Sundays at 9 o'clock, and we'll be back next week.
On YouTube.
And what's your Instagram, brother?
Oh, man. Follow me at I Am Built to Win.
What's yours?
Follow me at Therapy by Angelique.
And y'all Facebook tags.
Angelique Sparks.
Angelique Sparks.
Reggie Saul.
Alright, I'm Willie Harris I'm Will Harris on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, I'm Restricted Free Agent. Follow our Instagram page, Nuthin Personal and Real Clothing, so you can get some nice gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
Remember, everybody in law.
Everybody.
Alright, we'll be back next week. Peace.
How long?
I don't know. It's about right.
About 40 minutes.
About right.
It's 8:45.